Hi there guys, gals, non-binary pals, my name's Zenosfire, and I've been playing Warframe now for a couple of years, and I've been creating content now for a couple of months for Warframe, and I've noticed over the time that I've been doing it, I get a lot of people asking me, what do I do next? Brand new people, and they have no idea what they're doing, they're lost, and the game has just kind of flung them into the universe and not given them any direction. So today, I'm going to give you 10 tips that I think every new person should know. And we're going to start off with what you do immediately after finishing the first quest, which is killing Vor on Mercury. So you've completed Vor's Prize, the first main story quest of the game. Once you've completed that quest, you're not really sure what to do, and the game has some struggles and doesn't really show you where to go and what to do next. So, one really easy way and tip and trick for you to know what to do next is you come over here in your orbiter to the Codex. And the Codex will have different quests that you need to complete. Now, the nice thing about the quest is that it tells you what you need to do in order to unlock that quest. So, for instance, the Glass Gambit here is the one quest that I haven't finished. I have to complete the War Within, and I have to go talk to an NPC called Ergo Glass in the Parent Sequence Room in any of the relays on the star chart. And that will mean that I can now do and start that quest. Next, what you do is complete the star chart. This is super important. There's a whole entire friggin' system for you to check out. The whole entire soul system is at your disposal. So you finished Vor's Prize, which takes you from Earth to Venus to Mercury. Then what you do is you complete these junctions here, which then unlock the next planets, in this case Mars, and then you do all of these nodes. If you're unsure if you've unlocked a node or not, take a look at this. If it's blue and flashing and makes a fun noise, that means it's not unlocked, and that means you should do that mission. As you can see, I can't get to Proteus because I haven't completed Sal. So you have to go through and complete each and every part before you can go to the next mission. So I can't do this mission because I haven't done this mission because I haven't done this mission. So one of the most important things within Warframe is the movement physics and the movement style. You end up getting left behind by your fellow Tenno if you don't keep up the speed. You miss all the action, and then you feel very bored, and you're left alone, and you're just going crazy. So, the best way to do it is a system called bullet jumping, which is sprinting, roll, slide, jump, jump again, slide, roll. Right? Pretty easy. You get used to it. It takes a little bit of practice. Even I screw it up all the time. So, sprinting, roll, slide, jump, jump, slide, roll. Or roll, slide. So one of the most important things for new people to understand is how Affinity and Mastery rank work. So that's leveling your weapons, your Warframe, and your account. And those are two different things there. So Affinity is the experience that you gain during a mission that levels your weapons. As you can see here, my MK1 Bratton is rank 26. However, when I max out a rank, that then turns into Mastery rank experience, which then attributes to my Mastery rank, which I'm currently MR27. As you can see here, this is the bar of progress to my next Mastery rank. An important thing to note is that how the Affinity gets spread between your weapons and your Warframes. So 25% of all of your Affinity will go to your Warframe, always. But the remaining 75 will get spread out between your weapons that you have equipped. So if you unequip a weapon, for instance, I want to unequip my Kuva Nucor here, all 75% will go to this singular weapon. A very important thing to note also along with this is when you're leveling, if you're actively using a weapon, it will get the Affinity. However, you can passively level things as well. So let's say I don't want to ever use this MK1 Bratton, and I'm only using this to get my Mastery rank out of it. I can then equip instead whatever weapon I feel like, for instance this Ak Bronco here, use this during the mission, and anything that my allies kill will give me Affinity and will be spread evenly. So for instance, it will go 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%, meaning this will still get leveled by my allies killing things, even though I'm not using it. And all of the experience that I get, my Affinity that I get for killing with my Ak Bronco will go to the Ak Bronco and the Warframe. So it's very important to know that it's very easy for you to passively level something and actively level something and the difference between those two. There is one last thing that we need to go over with this, which is how much mastery everything is worth. For instance, Warframes are worth 6,000 mastery points, and weapons are worth 3,000 mastery points. There are some exceptions to that, but those are the basics that you need to know. There's also other things that give you mastery, like vehicles, like Arcwing or Kit Drive, your pets, your necromechs, your Arcwing weapons. That also all gives you mastery rank, but just to get you started, Warframes are worth 6,000 and weapons are worth 3,000. So one of the biggest things that I get asked all the time whenever I'm streaming is, how do I get Platinum? Platinum is the premium currency within the game, and it allows you to buy certain things or speed up certain things. But it's very important to know that there are some things that you really shouldn't spend your Platinum on when you're first getting started. So, for instance, one of the biggest and most important things that I always suggest people to use their Platinum on is Warframe slots. Here in the marketplace, you can purchase weapon slots, you can purchase Warframe slots, and you can purchase other slots for various other things. It is very important to do these because then you don't have to get rid of weapons. You have a limited number of things that you can have in your inventory at any given time, so it is important to buy these and make sure that you have them. So for instance, the two that I would suggest that you get a lot of and you get first is Warframe slots, which are 20 Platinum each, so that allows you to have a whole roster of different Warframes in your inventory, or weapon slots. Very, very important. Some things that I would suggest that you don't spend your Platinum on, for instance, is here in your foundry, you can rush anything that is being created. So for instance, I have a Zephyr Prime being made right now. I could spend 50 Platinum to make her completely finished and be able to use her right now, right this second. However, that's 50 Platinum that some people just shouldn't be spending right away. You should save your Platinum and buy weapon and Warframe slots and just wait the 2 days to get your weapons or get your Warframes. Now, something that's very important to know is that if it's sitting here in your foundry, it doesn't take up any inventory slots. So let's say, oh, I don't have the Platinum right now. I should sell something and grab this. No. You don't need to right away. You can wait and leave it here in your inventory and pick it up later once you've purchased those Warframe slots. So that's all well and good, but how do you get Platinum? Well, there's a few ways to get Platinum. You can purchase Platinum off of the Warframe's website or Steam store or whatever console system that you're using. But it's very important to know that you can play this game completely free without spending any money. That's up to you. I like to support the developers, so I like to give them money every once in a while. Completely a personal preference. But if you're looking to just earn Platinum by farming in the game, what I suggest is you trade with other players. So there's a trade chat and a website called Warframe.market. I always go with Warframe.market because it's better prices, fairer prices, and also quicker and easier to deal with. Now, trade chat will always give you options, but just let you know. I'll leave a link in the description below for Warframe.market. So, how do I farm Platinum then by trading with players? Well, one way to do it is you sell them primed parts. So here I've got a whack ton of relics. These are all the different relics that I own that I have earned just by playing the game. So for instance here, Cerno's Prime Lower Limb is a rare part. I can then sell that to another player for some Platinum. It's not going to be a lot of Platinum, but it'll be some, and you can start selling a lot of these every day. Trick number 2 is something called Dragon Keys, and I'm going to show you that in just a moment. So another way for you to farm Platinum really easily is by farming corrupted mods. So as you've noticed, I've changed here into my Rhino Prime, and what we do is we equip a certain thing called a Dragon Key. These make things a little bit more difficult for you in your everyday mission. For instance, you have to equip the 4 different Dragon Keys, which you can all get from your Orcan Lab in your Dojo. Bleeding Dragon Key, for instance, greatly reduces the health while equipped. Extinguished Dragon Key, I deal less damage. Decaying Dragon Key means I have greatly less shields, and Hobbled Dragon Key is my movement speed is greatly reduced. So what you do is you take an incredibly tanky Warframe, like Rhino Prime, you equip them with a bunch of speed mods and a bunch of tank mods, like the ones you see here, for instance, and then you go into a certain mission on the Demos map set. Specifically, my suggestion is you go to this map here. You do the regular capture mission, and you find a special door. Here we are, we've completed the mission, we've killed our captured target. But the most important thing with this is this door here. So we have those 4 different keys equipped, and as you notice, there are 4 different holes. Excuse me, sir, I am busy. So we have these 4 different holes. What you do is you walk up to this, it will use one of those keys, they're one use only. So for instance, that was a hobbled dragon key. We walk up here, bloop, collect an artifact, kill this fool for interrupting us, and then complete the mission. And once we've completed the mission, we'll find out what mod we've gotten. We've gotten to extract, and here we've gotten our mod, Spoiled Strike, which gives me greater damage at the sacrifice of less attack speed for my melee weapons. There are a lot of different mods here that you can farm, and some of them are worth significantly more platinum than others. So it's important to take a look at warframe.market to see which of these mods is the most valuable and to sell it for the proper price. Don't get tricked by someone on trade chat fooling you saying that Blind Rage is a useless mod because it kills your efficiency and you should give it to them for 3 platinum. No, that mod is worth about 15 platinum. So make sure that you know the price that you should be selling it at and don't get tricked, don't get fooled. We've talked a lot about this website specifically, warframe.market, and this is a fantastic community-run resource where you can buy and sell various items within the game for platinum. This is available for every single system that Warframe is available on, being PC, PS4, Xbox, or Switch. Now, we just got the mod called Spoiled Strike, so let's take a look to see how much that mod is worth when we sell it. Now, we're on PC, so we're going to look at PC prices, but it does change for every single platform that you're on. So, for instance, Switch has a different pricing scheme than PC, so make sure to check to see what system you're on and make sure that the pricing is there for you. We now see all the players that are online, the ones that are offline, and how many of this mod that they have for sale, as well as the rank of the mod and the price of the mod that we would have to pay or sell it at. So for instance, this mod here is available for 6 platinum. Then what we do is we can message this person on the site by clicking there and it pulls up a little chat box, or by clicking here, and on PC we can copy and paste this directly into the game and it will give us the opportunity to message that player. So we've already been to this console, but we need to talk a little bit more about the marketplace, as it gives you a really great tool to find out where to unlock warframes and weapons within the game. So let's go there quickly here now. So if we click on the categories here, we can see that there's warframes and weapons. We're going to take a look at warframes for now, but weapons, it'll be a very similar situation. So for instance, here with Ash, we can see that we could purchase Ash for 375 platinum. But if you click on it, then you can see that we can purchase the blueprint for 35,000 credits. The other interesting thing is, on this little pop-up here, is we can tell where to farm the parts for Ash that we need. So the neuroptics, the chassis, and the systems. In this case, it tells us that we can get all of those from Corpus Railjack defense missions. So now we know that we need to go do that type of a mission in order to get those required components for Ash. But the marketplace has another neat trick. If you can't purchase the blueprints from here, it'll tell you where you can purchase them or where you need to farm them from. In our case, we're going to take a quick peek here at Banshee, and it shows that Banshee can be researched through the Tenno Lab Dojo room, and that means her main blueprint as well as all 3 of her other component blueprints. Now, in the game, there are certain warframes that are locked behind quests because they have story based around the warframe that are important to the universe, or just a neat fun quest for you to do. For instance, the warframe that we've been messing around with today is Haro, and the Chains of Haro quest is where you can unlock his main blueprint, and then you can get the rest of his component blueprints from doing other activities within the game. Here we are inside of our clan dojo. I would always suggest that a new person, you find yourself a clan, either with friends or other Tenno, and there is a recruiting chat where you can see where people are recruiting for new members to join their clan. There are a lot of beginner clans, there's a lot of senior clans, there's clans dedicated to role-playing, there's clans dedicated to fashion frame. There's a clan for any community that you want to be a part of. So make sure to check it out, and make sure to shop around, see if you can find the one. But the most important thing that I feel a new person should know is our little friend there, our Helios. So, we're going to press escape. You can fast travel around on relays and in your dojo. Super important. So we're going to go to the energy lab. And this is the first thing that I suggest you pick up, is our Helios. Here we are, and you can purchase the blueprint by hitting replicate blueprint. Oh no, my camera's in the way. You can replicate the blueprint, and then you purchase the blueprint. Just like that. Easy enough. And then you go back to your ship, you go back to your orbiter, and you can build your Helios. For instance, it needs bunch of credits, some field drawn, some oxium, some ferrite, and a forma. This is very important to get this little robot here, because like I said before, it's free mastery. You might as well do it. It's free real estate. So the next thing that I want to talk about is different weapons and warframes that you can get from your dojo. And this is free. You gotta spend some credits, but it's free otherwise. So you can buy weapons and warframes here in the dojo as well. Let's go with warframes first, because that's something that most people are super interested in. So we press escape again, we fast travel, and all of the warframes that you can purchase will be here in your Tenno lab. So as you can see here, we have a whole bunch of different weapons and warframes that you can purchase the blueprints for. So for instance, Banshee. This is a fantastically fun little warframe, but my personal favorite warframe, Neza, is also through the dojo. So you can buy the main blueprint, the systems, the neuroptics, and the chassis from here. And we do that exact same thing. We click, we replicate the blueprint, we purchase the blueprint, and there we go. That's now waiting for us in our foundry for us to be able to build and play with. Simple, right? Now, the other thing is that all of these different labs that we can fast travel to have different types of weapons. Energy weapons are corpus-themed weapons. So we have things like the Simlicore, and in the Chem Lab, you have all Grineer-themed weapons. In the Bio Lab, we have all Infested-themed weapons. So it's important to make sure to check out all of these and grab your weapons as you can, because it's an easy way for you to get different variety of weapons that you can play with. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about here in the dojo is this little thing right here. Now, it doesn't look like much, but it's actually one of the most important things for a new person, as well as for a new clan. So, this is the reason why I always suggest that you join a new clan when you're getting started. When you research those weapons and those warframes, your clan then levels up, just like your warframe or just like your weapons. When your clan levels up, this thing pops open and you can click on it. Now, the thing about that, when you click on it, you get free Endo. And it's a large chunk of Endo for free. We're talking somewhere between the range of 5,000 to 10,000 Endo, and all you need to do is wait for that little piece of email for you to get from the clan saying, hey, your clan's ranked up. You come to the clan, you click on this little console, and you get free Endo. Absolutely fantastic tip. Very important. Because Endo is one of the few resources in this game that you can never have enough of. And for those of you who don't know, Endo is a currency within the game that you use to level up your mods. So what you do is you come in over here to our mod terminal, and you click on a mod that you want to level up. For instance, I'm going to level up this North Wind mod. I select one of them, and I fuse the mod. You press this button, and as you can see, it goes from 15% extra cold damage to 90% extra cold damage. Now that also increases the drain on your warframe, this one, or your weapons. Then you click apply. As you can see, I have 28,000 Endo and 216,000 credits. I click apply fusion. It reduces that from that, and now I have a maxed ranked North Wind in my inventory. Now, as you can see, I've got a lot of duplicates hanging around here. And you can sell these for credits or Endo. So for instance, Thumper, Ammo Case, Intruder, Suppress, Smite Grineer, Northwind. We're going to select all of those. Now, if you're on PC, middle mouse button will allow you to select all of them, and if you're on console, the way I used to do it on my PS4 account was you click it, and you just go maximum and confirm. Now, as you can see, we can sell it for either credits, all of these mods, for either credits or for Endo. Personally, my suggestion is to always sell for Endo. Credits are relatively easy to get. Endo, slightly harder. So we hit that, dissolve for Endo, and we'll get 2,400 Endo for selling those mods. Free Endo. Why not? So another thing that's important for you to know is to sell off your extra blueprints, weapons, and warframes that you may not want. So we're going to hit escape. We're going to go into here, into our equipment, into our inventory. And as you can see, we have a lot of stuff sitting in our inventory. But some of the stuff I may not want or need or care about. So for instance, if I want to free up some of my Warframe slots, while I have a bunch of extra open slots, maybe I don't. Maybe I ran out. Maybe I don't have the Platinum to do it anymore. So I want to sell off some of these. Well, for instance, maybe I want to sell off my Haro. What I do is I hit the sell, and I'll get 25,000 credits for it. But I like Maharo, so I'm not going to sell it right now. However, what I will show you is an easy way for you to get extra credits. So you hit miscellaneous down here at the end, and you scroll down to Haro Prime Chassis. Why this one specifically? Well, you're going to end up with about 10,000 of these during your time playing, and each one is worth 3,500 credits. So you sell that, you're not going to use these, you don't need 10,000 of these, so you sell the extras. And look at that, free credits, an extra 35,000 credits for no work extra. Now that we've gone over how you can sell your weapons, it's important to know that certain weapons are materials for other weapons further down the road. So, for instance, the Actigara here requires you to use a Skana. So even though this is a beginner weapon, you probably don't want to sell it right away, because you're going to end up using this to build another weapon later on. I'll leave a link in the description down below that should have a list for you of all the different weapons that are requirements for other weapons. So in Warframe, you have a bunch of different types of missions, and this is a very important tip. Previously in the game, certain missions called endless missions, being survival, defense, defection, and there's a bunch of other ones, you couldn't leave unless your whole entire team left, meaning that you were stuck in the mission and you had to keep playing. Sometimes you had jerks who were just like, I'm going for 60 minutes and you can't do anything about it. But the important thing is now you can leave whenever you want to. So, for instance, here on Saturn, we have Helene, which is a defense mission. You can go for your 5 waves and just leave whenever you want to, and that won't mess up your friends. However, other missions like survival here, you can do the exact same. You can just leave if you feel like it, and your friend can keep going for however long they want to. So, what do you think? We've gone over a lot of things here. Make sure you watch it maybe once or twice to get everything that you need. Pause, go do a thing, and then come back. There's so many other tips within this game that will make your experiences so much better. And maybe you have some that other new people should know. Throw them down in the comments below. And please, I would love it if you give me a subscribe. It really does help the channel, and like the video if you liked it. And if you didn't, it's okay, I totally get it. I do stream on Twitch 5 times a week at twitch.tv/ZenosFire. So if you have any questions, need some help, or you just want to chat, come on by. I'm always here to help out new people. So, welcome to the game, Tenno. I hope you're enjoying your time in Warframe, and I hope these tips help make Warframe a little bit better for you. Maybe a little bit easier. Until next time, take care, be safe, and be good to each other.